Okay. Thank you everyone for coming across and watch my videos. So today I'm about to present as one of the requirements for the philosophy of computer science assignment here. I'd like to give everyone some context right here. So there is supposed to be an assignments where we make a video recording, and we're supposed to record, edit, and upload, and also which is why everyone can see this video right here in my YouTube channel. So the presentation that we have to present in this case are this one. So we have these assignments where in this week, to be precise, it's actually on the 1st of October. We're supposed to find an algorithm in our computer science program and decide, or let's say have a closer look on which algorithm that can be used to change the world, and then we chose that algorithm. We explain how that algorithm works, and then what are the real implementation, or something that or what can we do about it, what are the real forms of implementation that we can do to, I'll say, to present changes. And then this assignment supposed to be recorded, uploaded, and then submitted to my LMS, Learning Management System, here at UGM. So I'd like to start. So what I'm about to share is that, again, this is this assignment summary which I was talked about earlier. And then some of the key things that I'd like to highlight for today is on the optimization algorithm, which I think, to be precise, the things that I'm proposing to use are the vehicle routing problem, and then the key things that we'd like to solve are to eradicate hunger. I'd like to give everyone some context here. So the goal of this thing is actually to prevent food waste and then to eradicate hunger again at the same time. So as we understand, or as we can see here in my screen, we have some, let's say, some numbers on food waste. I think it's a really dumb problem, and I think it's really unnecessary. As we can see, there are about 108 kilos of food wasted per person per home every day. So I think it's, yeah, it's maybe it's you and me. So we waste 1 quintal of food, of a perfectly good food, every year. Around 17% are thrown away, the food that we bought daily. And then especially 1 in 6 out of 6, one of them are food that are wasted in the hospitality and catering industry. I think it's not our case, but however, I think this algorithm can also work in this case. So I'm gonna give a take on this. This is on the left. This is about the food waste, and right here is about the world hunger. Around, we can see here, 120 million people are hungry. 45% of them are dead. Most of them are children under the age of 5 because of malnutrition. They cannot get the food that they need. 100 million children are underweight. Again, they cannot get the nutrition that they need. And also, there are around 30 million Yemens. So this infographics was taken from, I think, from Yemen. Around 13 million of them could face starvation by the end of this year. And as I'd like to move back, eradicate hunger is one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals target. And food waste is also a problem, where again it's a dumb problem. So the thing is, what if we just connect this person in this group, which is the person that have or usually waste food, and then give those extra food into this group? So I mean, it doesn't supposed to be a problem. I mean, in our Muslim community, we supposed to understand the word mubazir, which means if we waste food, it's also considered as a sin because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala doesn't like people who waste food. So again, I already make a point here. We just connect these two groups, and even though these numbers here are from Yemen, I think we can see people in our community. I mean, maybe person that living right next to our house, people that are uh, uh, begging for money in the intersection, or maybe people that are working hard. Maybe they don't have clothes, and then we can see that they have malnutrition, and then at the same time we're wasting food. I think it's very unnecessary. And I think as a community, we can see that if we just connect these two groups together, I think we can solve this problem easily. We don't have to spend any money. We just connect these two groups. At the same time, we're saving food from getting wasted, and at the same time, we can also feed lots of people, save tons of lives. And then we jump next to the what I found as a vehicle routing problem. Again, people with excess food share their food or perhaps information on the food, and then people who need food or perhaps NGO who can organize or can collect these foods to, I'll say, receive a notification and then collect the food where they are, and then send the food to those who actually need it. Again, this is where the algorithm comes into scene, as this algorithm show what are the best way, let's say the shortest, the quickest, or the proper way to uh, to connect those two groups. Either it's the shortest, the quickest, or the proper. Again, in this case, we want this algorithm to help these groups, either these NGOs or either people with excess food to share, or either people that need food, how they can connect to each other to grab the food. There is some small illustration here. So it's basically the algorithm helps people to decide a route, which route to be taken in the process. I think we all are familiar with the maps, Google Maps, Apple Maps, basically a lot of maps. They employ this algorithm. And let's say I'd like to give some of the I'll say proper example. Let's say I was living here in Jogja, Pogung area to be precise, and then someone that needs food are in Avandi. I have a lot of food. People just are just having a, let's say, a celebration here in my neighborhood. People are already full, and then, well, let's say we have a really good food, a proper food that left uneaten. As we can understand that food have a pretty short lived uh, lifespan. I think if the food are standing there for maybe more than 12 hours, 18 hours, the food is already gone bad. People that are hungry cannot wait until yesterday, or maybe they can, but there will be some serious consequences coming with that. So let's say with this algorithm, or maybe we can do something about it. Now we understand the problem. There are some solution, and there are some theory that can be used to solve the problem. Uh, I'd like to jump to the next part. There is actually how this will impact the world. I already explained this numerous time in the previous slides. Maybe I said the same things two, three, four, five times. Again, this is some note. Food can be salvaged. People that need food can get one. either it's a walkway or they can grab something using public transport or something. They can get a hitch. And also NGOs, prayer house, they don't have to spend donation money on food because they can actually get those food for free. At the same time, we can save the food that about to be wasted. And now we're speaking of implementation of the program, how the program can be working. Uh, some of the touch point that we can use, it could be using a Twitter manifest bot, or either it could be a UMB based app where we can text something and then your location can be transmitted, and then let's say to be shared into let's say a collective a list, or let's say a web about the information of the food, or let's say, oh hey, there's this food leftovers here, come go and pick it up, here's the location, people can come. And also there's some of the most proper way, a digital touch point, it's either through an Android or iOS apps. I think it's going to be better. People can access it directly, people who have food can report, people who need food can find, and then they can also easily access the address through a map integrated to the app, or it's also could be in the form of a web apps. But I think it's not really the best practice, or it won't be really that practical. But hey, it's also an option. So this concept is already used in MIT, in Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where they have this invention called food camp. I think it's essentially the same concept, just without the algorithm, just without the VRP and stuff. But the key idea is to just share the leftover food that we have, but however in a smaller scale. I'll say in this, let's say this building have around seven levels, 7 stories, and then people that have an extra food in the first floor can notify and let people in the other floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and so on. That and then it's just say, hey, there's a food in this floor. Here's the food. Come and pick it up. As we can see here, there's some leftover pizzas. There's some donuts or something, or churros, and then there's something with some other leftovers there, which I think is already taken. The concept is, I think the concept is working, and there is actually a video on it created by Fox. So I think everyone can have a quick look at it, and because I think it's awesome. So I think that's everything, and that wraps it up. Thank you for staying up and listening to the video. Give a thumbs up, and also leave what you think. Maybe, hey, there's actually a better algorithm to do this job, or hey, there's maybe actually a better touch point to do stuff like this, or hey, maybe I think this can be implemented, or maybe we can work on something and make it a reality, because I think this solution is great, and especially considering the job problem lately in with trash management and so on. I think reducing food waste will greatly impact our environment and our community here, while we also can have, well, we can also save lives in the process. So thank you, everyone.